Hello, this is Colleen Connor. Welcome back to the Blind Inspirationcast channel, sometimes known as the Seeing Eye Dog vlog with Colleen and Joplin. I decided to sit down today with some tea in my Dalek mug, English afternoon, for those of you who are tea people, and kind of update you guys on what's been going on with me in the past few years. Because classic YouTube, I was gone, and now I'm back. So I will be updating the channel more regularly, so make sure you subscribe. You can hit the little bell to be notified of when I do an episode or an update. For those of you who use screen readers, I believe the subscribe is a button, and you can probably find it as a form field or a link as well. Ooh, tech language. So just so we get on the same page, I suppose, there was a little fun COVID haircut video before this. I'm working on developing some sort of bob situation. The last time that I updated the Seeing Eye Dog vlog was the winter of 2017. Whoops. It's 2020 now and powering through. It's been an interesting journey. I'll give you guys kind of an overview of what's been going on with me. Winter 2017, I had surgery. If we can find it, I'll put a fun picture of me prepared for surgery. Nothing too drastic, but I got a breast reduction due to chronic pain and nerve stuff. It was a lot of weight, and it kind of messed up with my circulation, and I held them up for many years, and my low back was messed up, and I just decided I don't need this much, thank you. Healed up pretty well from that. Joplin and I had our first Christmas together. I got her a stocking that was personalized just for her with her name on it and a picture. 2018 was just quite a year. I spent some time with friends and family and therapists and psychiatrists. Lots of doctors. They can't quite figure out what's wrong with me, but I got the fibromyalgia thrown at me and some sort of chronic fatigue and mental health stuff, and so I'm managing that now, but that year was quite a struggle to function well. I about functioned, but not well. And if you want to know more about mental health or chronic illness type stuff, let me know in the comments or email blindinspirationcast@gmail.com, and I can do some more in-depth talking about that. I have talked about depression and anxiety and stuff on my podcast before, but I like to be an open person because I think we don't talk about things like illnesses and mental health and blindness, honestly. Yeah, if you didn't know, I'm blind. I don't know if you knew, but I'm blind. That's a thing. I also did a couple of audio description training retreats with my business partner. If you haven't checked out our business, you can go to adtrainingretreats.com. I can put a link in the description. Basically, we teach people how to be audio describers. I'm also on the subject matter expert committee for audio description. As of 2018, I was one of the people who's representing the blind community in the United States and kind of worldwide for the certification of audio describers, because right now there's no quality control for audio description for film, television, museums, art, live theater, any of that. So I can also talk more about audio description. You can let me know that as well. So 2019 was a year. Tea break. By the way, this mug has Daleks all over it. If you don't know what Daleks are, you can look it up. It's from Doctor Who. 2019. Barring visiting with friends and family and trying our best, 2019 was a little better mental health wise. I was on new medications and trying to figure out next steps, where I wanted to live and things like that. Feeling a little stagnant where I was. I turned 30 and was like, okay, now I'm 31. I gotta do something here. And then June rolled around. Joplin and I went up to visit my family. I was gonna surprise my dad for Father's Day. And this will probably be a whole separate video. But the first big event of 2019 happened, which was Joplin and I were going from the train to the DC Metro rail system, and someone either ran into us or didn't see Joplin towards the bottom of an escalator, and she got her paw, the back left paw, caught in the bottom of the escalator where it feeds into the conveyor belt, feeds into the floor thing, the stopper, the where you step off. She was super stoic, didn't let me know until I was actually already on the train and realized that she was licking her foot, she was bleeding. I was able to do some triage on the Metro. I got her to an animal hospital as soon as I could. She went to surgery and they sewed up her back paw, so she had to be off of her foot for as long as it would take to heal. It was not a fun time, but I tried to be there for her, and luckily I knew where I was and I was able to get to my family. So we actually spent most of the summer living at my parents' house, and I was helping Joplin recover from that injury and the surgery. Tried to take good care of her and kept her off the foot as much as possible, which, by the way, you're trying to keep a 2-year-old, almost 3-year-old dog off their feet. It is a challenge because they're bored and they want to do stuff. I was terrified that I would have to retire her, which means she would not be able to be an active guide dog anymore. And so I took really good care of her to the best of my ability, and my family helped out, and she was able to start guiding me again, and her paw healed up really well. So I was super, super grateful. The surgeon did a fantastic job, and so I'll probably do a separate video about that, but that was a whole deal through the summer. God bless her, she got back on escalators. I try and avoid them if we can, but basically she's awesome, and then I have to let her go towards the bottom of the escalator because she leaps off of it like a horse in the Derby. She's like, bye, and I don't fault her for that at all. So I decided to visit Cheryl in Los Angeles because I was trying to decide whether I wanted to live there or not. Cheryl graduated with a master's degree and was like, I got a job out here as well. And I was like, okay. So there's a base in Los Angeles there, and then I was currently living with a friend in Chesapeake, and then my family's near Washington, D.C., so I had kind of a trifecta of where do I need to be, what's best for myself and Joplin, and what do I want to do. So we were healed up as much as we could, and we went to Los Angeles to stay for about a month and kind of figure out what was in the area and what we would have as far as benefits for the blind and medical stuff, and also the transportation in the area. And I was like, okay, I think I could do this. And again, I wanted to push myself to, if I'm in a new place, I have to start actively doing more. So I decided, I was like, all right, I'm gonna move to Los Angeles. Got my affairs in order as much as I could, started packing, started selling stuff. I was like, okay, doing this. Then on December 4th of 2019, I was on my way, ironically, to an eye doctor's appointment. I was in the crosswalk with Joplin, and someone struck us with their car. So I was hit by a vehicle and I lost because I was a pedestrian. Again, that probably deserves its entire own video series. But due to the legal stuff and the fact that I'm still in physical therapy and stuff like that for the accident, I can't really talk about it right now, and I don't want to make it a huge deal. So that will probably be a later episode. But needless to say, it was not a fun wintertime Christmassy season as much as I would have liked it to be. But I am okay, and Joplin is okay. The poor dog, I was afraid that she'd request a new mommy from the seeing eye at some point, because I was like, this has been a banner year. I'm so sorry, Joplin. She's a trooper, and she's just such a great dog. The seeing eye sent somebody out to me and helped me do some rehab training with her. And it's still sometimes a little scary and difficult to cross streets, but we're continually working on it here in Los Angeles. Starting to get settled in, was able to fly out here. It was a little delayed, but was able to get on the plane with big suitcases and head out to California. Cheryl and I were in the studio with a bird and a dog, and then Cheryl was able to find a one-bedroom apartment, which we are in now. We really like it, and there's a door. There's a door now, which is great, because no matter who you live with, it's important to have a door that closes. Right before I came here, I was healing and doing physical therapy, and then I was like, hey, so I'm hearing about this virus, this coronavirus that started in China. Should I be concerned about this because I'm going to the West Coast? And my doctor assured me before I left, like, nah, I don't think it's that big a deal. Like, don't worry about it. I was like, should I wear a mask? And it was like, nah, we might send you one. You should be fine. Don't worry about it. And so kind of scared, but I got on that plane and I got here. We had just gotten into our one-bedroom apartment, and then everybody had to be safer at home. So now we have to wear masks when we go outside, and I wear gloves. And poor Joplin has the same sort of walk in the neighborhoods. I try and spice it up, but we can't go very far. So especially without orientation and mobility, I am doing the best that I can with walking, and Cheryl helps like navigate the neighborhood, and then I'll try and do walks on my own with Joplin, but she does get bored. You know, it's just 2020. I was hoping that we would really spice it up, and I signed up for classes at the Braille Institute, and then those were canceled. And I was gonna do some audio description stuff out here. No, that was canceled. And then, so here we are, stuck inside, but hopefully I will be able to continue to entertain you guys and give you a break from the COVID safer at home, lockdown, quarantine, whatever we're doing. I look forward to doing more videos. My channel will be back. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of some tech videos, the Seeing Eye Dog vlog with Joplin and me, and of course updates. If you have any questions or requests or anything, put them in the comments below, or you can email, or also on Twitter at Inspirationcast. Thank you guys for watching. Bye! I don't remember my life. I don't journal. I can't keep up with it. Okay.